Hey everybody, welcome to our live. I am Heather, and we come to you live Monday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Central Time, so you can learn everything you can about Luminess, what we have to offer, how to apply it, ask questions, see it being done. I start with no makeup on, and then we go through the process. I'm going to get some makeup out as we speak. What is this one? This is Tool Up. How's everybody's Tuesday going? Hey, Cindy. Hello, Dorothy. How are you? How are you, Cindy? Haven't seen you in a while. Good morning, Tina. How are you this morning? Where's this? I am going to do, if you look at the what I labeled this one, we are going to do blush and contouring first before applying the foundation. That's the great thing about Luminess is that it's not an all or nothing system. So you can do traditional makeup with airbrushing. You can kind of mix and match whatever you prefer. But we also are retraining our brains into thinking airbrush and not traditional, because it is different. How you apply it, how it goes with your skin, all of that is different. And so you have a little bit more freedom, a little bit more flexibility when applying your makeup, which is amazing. So let me, now that I'm looking for this, I don't know if I'll have it, because I did want to contour. Oh, here it is. There's a brand new one. Good morning, Veronica. I'm going to use the matte bronzer, which I love. And then I'm going to use Tulip Blush. Oh, man. I bet. Yeah, Cindy, I'm sorry to hear that. It would have been an amazing trip for sure. All right. So I'm shaking this up because this is a brand new one. I haven't opened it. And so I want to make sure to shake it to make sure that all of this is mixed in. Then also the Tulip Blush, I want to make sure that that is nice and blended, that I'm mixing up all that pigment that's in there to make sure that when applying it, that it goes on smooth. Any products that we have, guys, you're going to want to shake before you use them. Even if it's a product that you use every single day, we still want to make sure that we're shaking those bad boys up. So let's see if I can get, there's a little bit of glow. I'm going to do, can I get anything out of this one? Maybe not. Nope, don't think I can. All right, so we're out of glow. So let's use, I'll use eraser. Or maybe what's this one? This is a 2. I'll use a 2. I could use eraser too, but I'm using shade 020 as a pre-coverage, okay? So face is prepped, moisturizer on. I'm going to shake this up. This is the 020 in Silk. And so I'm going to put about 3 or 4 drops. Probably too many that I just did, but it'll be okay. All right, so now turning on my system, and I'm going to go around. Good morning, Lori. I'm going to go around. I'm going to do it on my eye. I'm going to do it under my eye. So I make sure that I have everything on. And I'm going to start doing it on my eye right now. And I'm going to go under my eye. And remember, guys, when doing the makeup, you want to hold it at least 4 finger widths away from your face. Touch that right there. And keep that stylus moving. You're never going to be in one spot. And you also want to make sure that you start the movements before pulling down on that trigger. That way you don't get those marks, the hot spots. And if you do, you can just tap them out and then you can keep going. but I'm going to use the 2 as my pre-coverage. My nose is a little red, so I'm going to get some coverage there. And most of my coverage is right in the center of my face. Like I want to highlight a little bit underneath, cover this. I have some broken capillaries here that I can kind of focus on too. And then I'm out of that product. So I had about 4 drops in there. I probably only needed 3, but I just went ahead and used the rest of it just to give me that pre-coverage, to kind of get that coverage started. Lori, if you look in the description, we're talking about how we're going to do our contour and our blush before foundation. So now I'm going to open up this bronzer. Which they do not make it easy to jump in on these things. Shaking it up because it is brand new. I haven't used this one. And I'm going to put about 3 drops. And I didn't clean it out in between. All I did, I used it to the very end. You can do what we call a blowout, meaning just pull down on that trigger, blow out whatever product's in there before adding the new one. Or I can take my tissue and just make sure that the product that is in there now is what I'm seeing. And so now I'm going to do contouring. Now, because I'm going on a specific area where I just want to contour like here, here, and here, I can come in a little closer. So I may come in about 3 finger widths away from my face. Again, I'm starting that movement first. But guys, I know where the makeup's going because I can feel that air, right? And see how it's just, you're starting to see it. I can go back and do it as much as I want to get it to where the degree that I want it at, I guess. Now I'm going to do my chin, kind of jawline area. And then I do my temple area as well. Just because I do like, not all my forehead is showing, but I do like a little bit of, contouring on my forehead just to kind of soften it. Now I'm out of those drops that I just put in. If I want more, then I add more. Okay. It's not a big deal. You can add a little bit more. I can add 2 more drops. Turn it on. And there we go. I feel like this one is a little harsh on this stop. Do my neck again. Okay. And then I'm going to blow the rest of that out. There wasn't much left, but I'll blow the rest of that out. Now, all we're seeing is my pre-coverage and the contour. So know that we still have the foundation to do. And so doing the foundation is going to smooth all of this out. Now, the reason I'm doing my blush next is, if you've used any Luminess, you know that our blush is super high pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. And so you only want to use 2 drops of the blush. If you feel you need more, then add more. But start with 2 because it will bloom on you. So give it a second after you apply it and see if it's okay. Now, in the beginning, a lot of people, I say majority of the people, you spray too hard. And the reason we spray too hard is because we're used to it showing up immediately. We're used to that with traditional makeup. We're used to that opaqueness and then blending it out. Whereas with Airbrush, it blends as we apply it. But in the beginning, we're still thinking traditional. So we're like, and we're, spraying way too hard. So if you do spray too hard on the blush, you're going to look crazy. Bottom line. So don't look crazy. Do the 2 drops. And then I'm going to, again, come in a little bit closer, right on top of my contour. I can do a little bit of blush. I'm going to do some on my eyes too. Okay. So now the blush, I have a little bit of that tulip in there. And our tulip is the pink. It's our pinky one. Soft rose is a little pink, but it tends to be a little bit, it can lean more brownie pink, if that's a word, versus the tulip, which is a true pink. All right. So now I'm going to add my shade 3 in the rose. Shaking it up. And then I'll probably only need about 5 drops, just for the fact that, like, I already have pre-coverage. I already did contouring. I already did my blush. So a lot of it, because we're not wiping it off as we apply other things, it gives me coverage. My blush is going to give me coverage because it has pigment. It stays there. It's not moving. And so when I'm getting to my foundation, I'm going to blend everything. Ooh, a safari would be great, Cindy. All right, so now I make one pass, start at my forehead. And I make one pass just to kind of go through it. I don't know what just happened there, but it was sticking out. And then blend a little bit more on my neck, because remember, our face doesn't stop here. We do want to blend that down. And then I can go back and just kind of focus on those areas that I may need more coverage. And so with foundation and with Airbrush, you don't have to put the same amount of makeup everywhere. But what you should start seeing is all of the blush and the contour will start blending in. I like a softer blush. And so that's why, I mean, I still do that. I still do my blush first a lot of times, because I do like a softer blush. And so having that done first and then do the foundation on over it is going to give you that softer look. All right. So now I'm taking my Nude and Naughty palette and I'm going to go in. Let's see, what do I want? What you want? I think I'm going to go in. I kind of want to do, I'll just do a matte. And I'm just doing a matte that's a lighter than my skin tone. And right on my lid. And you can see, like, it's very similar, but it just lightens it up just a little bit. Cindy, you like doing the blush first too? Ooh, about to sneeze. And I can put that from brow bone to lash line. You just go for it. And that way there doesn't, oh my gosh, I'm about to sneeze. There's no rhyme or reason to it. That way you can just get it on. Sorry, you don't have to worry about, oh, did I go too high? Just do it all over. Then you can go in with a brush, a blending brush, and go in with, I go in with this mauve color. And I'm just putting it on the top, like I just stuck it in like that. And then I want to start here because the very first spot that I put the brush is where most of the makeup's going to go. It's going to be easier to blend from the outside in than if I put it here and then try to blend any harsh edges. So I can start here and I kind of make a V shaped, I never pick up the brush. I'm just blending it back and forth and very soft on my eye. Okay. And see, you can see how well it went on. Am I going to start blending? Yes. But now I'm going to go to the other side again, top of the brush, placing it outside corner. Veronica, you put it on because it usually goes heavier too. Yeah. It doesn't matter how long you've been airbrushing. It's easy to get that blush on very powerful. So that's why I like doing it last or first, because you don't have to worry about it if you do it too heavy, because it will blend. Now, with the blush too, if you get like a hot spot where it goes on you, you can tap that out and then just keep going. It's not going to mess up anything. So if you get the hot spot, just tap it out. But again, I've been airbrushing for a minute. And I still like doing my blush first. All right. So we have this on. Let me do this side. Okay. And see how you see these hard edges here and here? That's fine. Why? Because I'm still blending. Right now, that first step was just to get it on, right? It's just to get that color on. And now I can go back and I blend. Now I have a tissue. I can wipe off my brush, go back and blend a little bit more. And because my eyes are getting a little hooded, I'm going to blend up. So when I open my eyes and look in the mirror, you can see the eyeshadow. So I blend up towards my eyebrow. So when I'm looking in the mirror, you can see it. But notice how soft it is now, right? It's not as harsh. You don't see harsh edges, right? It's starting to blend. If I needed to, let's say your eyes are smaller than mine and you got too much darkness on the inside, you can take that light color that we first started with, and I'll show you. Do a little bit on your brush, and you can go in and just lightly wipe it, put it on the inside, and that's going to lighten that. So again, guys, there's no mistakes. I like it a little darker, but there's no mistakes. You can always correct what you're doing. You can always fix what you're doing. You can always tweak what you're doing. You just keep playing with it. Blending is key. Blending is key. If you need to practice blending, sit in front of your TV, put some eyeshadow on your arm here, or even like an eyeliner, if you had a pencil eyeliner, and then take a blending brush and just go back and forth and blend and blend and blend. You can practice blending like that. And again, I'm using eyeshadow. Just to swipe right underneath. Right there. Now, if you have fallout, and fallout meaning if any eyeshadow fell from underneath your eyes while applying eyeshadow, take a brush, dip it in some loose powder or what word am I looking for? Your pressed powder. Oh, where is it? Because we don't have powder, I'm using the cut one. Oh, shoot. Hold on, guys. Let me get this back in focus. I don't like when it does this just because I look at some stuff. Boop. All right, there we go. Tina asked, what's the difference between eyeshadow and eyeliner? Well, it depends on eyeliner is normally in a pencil form or like a kohl form. Sometimes it's soft, sometimes it's hard. It's a pencil. Eyeliner can also be a liquid. I use eyeshadow as my eyeliner. It's still very high pigmented. Hey, Jeannie. It's still very high pigmented, but it's a softer look. Even if I was still using pencils as eyeliners, I would use them, but then I would still go in and soften them up, like blend them out a little bit. So yeah. The only time that I use an eyeliner is I might do an eyeliner on the top and like a liquid eyeliner, but I would say 99.9 times I'm using an eyeshadow as my eyeliner underneath. And I usually stick with that. So I'm using which one is this one? The flat white to swipe underneath my eyes. And then at the same time, it gives it a little bit of a highlight. Swipe. All right. So you get a nice little highlight to kind of brighten up the eyes a little bit more without doing too much, right? We already have it highlighted from using my pre-coverage when I did the O2O. And so I'm just kind of reinforcing that, right? I'm just swiping to swipe off any eyeshadow that fell and then using it just to highlight just a itty bitty little piece. Okay. So now I'm going to add mascara. When I use eyeshadow for eyeliner, I don't make as many mistakes. That's probably like I get that, Cindy. Just for the fact, like, I don't know, it's softer. You don't have to push down as hard. So I feel like maybe it's not as I don't know. Like you're just placing it where you're not having to drag it, if that makes sense. I find that our eyeliners, like the Persuasion eyeliner, being in a pen form, I like because you can just drag it. And you stay right at that lash line. So it doesn't, it's like connecting the dots. I don't think so. I will check. I know everybody's asking about our mascara, and I will check on that to find out when. Oop, no, see, here's, okay, I just got some mascara on my nose while applying mascara. And this is probably the hardest thing. Leave it alone. Because our first instinct is to correct it immediately, like, oh, I got to get that off. Leave it alone. And the reason for that is we want to let it dry. If I fix it now, it's going to smear. If I let it dry, I can fix it and it not go anywhere. Now, whether to line the top of your eye or not, that's up to you. Lately, I like the look where this looks open. I feel like my lashes are thick enough, or I put enough mascara on where it has some thickness there. If I was going to a gala or doing something like that, I would probably line. If I wanted to kind of spice it up a little bit more, I would line the top. So that's really up to you whether you do. I like to change it up. I feel like a day look, I'm okay with just a little something in my crease and then lining at the bottom, and then I don't do anything else. That's up to you. Dorothy says, I use eyeliner when I want liner on my waterline, creating a wing or a statement eye that needs some staying power. Yeah, always. I mean, I use like a Indian coal for my waterline when I want to, and that, ooh, that will really smoke out your eye. Like that is a good, that's a good look, easy, good way, easy way to look. That's all I had to do. Now it's off. Easy way to just smoke out the look a little bit and not have to do much. Is just that waterline, which is awesome. Let's see. I had some lip gloss on. And go in. Sometimes I feel like if I have any bit of color, I feel this gets a little bit too neutral for me. And since we don't have my favorite one, since we're out of my fave, let's see if I have another lip liner in here. I just want to add a little bit more color to it. Also have, this is Stark, I think. Can also add, Stark is a good neutral too. I know we're out of Dusty Rose. Oh, Veronica, you're so sweet. Thank you. If that's towards me. Oh, you have 2 or 3. Oh, save them. So you can see, like, when I first put that one on, it was super neutral. And I just felt like it washed me out. But you can tell, like, I'm just coloring in. And it's gliding on because I do have the lipstick on. You can really tell, like, when I talk, I don't know. This part of my mouth goes, no, this part of this side goes down. I have a crooked talk. See? It's so weird. Like looking in a mirror, I don't see it at all. Looking in here, I see it. So weird. All right. So I just colored it up a little bit to add a little bit more depth where it wasn't so washed out, to make it stand out. It's still neutral, but it just deepened it a little bit, because I wasn't digging the really lighter. So there you go. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everybody has a marvelous Tuesday. And I will check on the mascara to see when that is coming back in for sure. And I'll beg for our Dusty Rose to come back as well. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Great seeing you. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.